Welcome to Our Region's Business with your host, Bill Flanagan.
Today on Our Region's Business, cutting-edge research right here in our region that may restore muscle function for millions of people around the world. Plus, to the moon and back.
That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
15 seconds. Guidance is internal. 2, 1, 0.
Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed.
Armstrong is on the moon.
The Heinz History Center is hosting a first-of-its-kind exhibition called Destination Moon, just ahead of the 50th anniversary of the first moon landing in 1969. Pittsburgh's one of just a few stops for the touring Smithsonian exhibition, which will call out our region's contribution to the moon landing. Everything from the structure that supported the Saturn V rocket to the video camera that broadcast those first images of Neil Armstrong on the moon. But first, an innovative Pittsburgh company, more than 150 years in the making. It's called HarbisonWalker International, or HWI. It makes refractories. Those are the ceramic materials that can withstand the extremely high temperatures that are required in modern manufacturing. So it's definitely on the cutting edge of innovation in material science. HWI recently opened a state-of-the-art factory in South Point, Ohio, down the river near Huntington, West Virginia. And last year, HWI named Carol Jackson its president and CEO, and welcome.
Thank
Good to
you.
have you here.
Great to be here.
Yeah, great story, and really one of those companies that goes all the way back to the roots of Pittsburgh as the industrial era, right?
In fact, yes, our roots extend all the way back to Andrew Carnegie and his days when he was realizing his vision of manufacturing steel, and it was our products, those manufactured by HarbisonWalker, that helped enable his dream to become reality.
Well, I think about those images we just saw for our upcoming segment on the moon launch, but I wonder if there were some of your ceramics at the base of that launch pad in '69.
And I'm sure they were. In fact, to this day, we supply refractory products for the launch pad of NASA and the subsequent iterations of lunar modules that are launched.
It's really an amazing story for people who don't really understand why these refractories, why these ceramics are so important. I think a lot of people don't appreciate just how hot things have to be to make things.
Yes, exactly, and that's the key to why refractory products, we're ubiquitous. There's virtually nothing that's manufactured today, whether it be a high heat process or a chemically intensive process, that doesn't at some point need a refractory product, a ceramic product, to protect the assets that manufacture it. Think about moving molten steel from one part of a plant to another and containing that couple thousand-degree Fahrenheit product in such a way that not only the assets protected, but the folks are safe and sound that are manufacturing the product. That's all refractories.
Wow, I guess so. You pour molten steel in a steel vessel, I would imagine the whole thing, just the whole thing melts. So this is, you're based here, you're based in Moon Township, right? That's where the headquarters is, but this company's all over the place.
We are a global company. As you mentioned, we have a heritage that extends well beyond 150 years, but our heritage started in Pittsburgh, and we have 19 plants globally, most of which are in the U.S. And you mentioned our new plant, which we've just recently grandly opened in just outside of Huntington, West Virginia, in a place called South Point, Ohio.
And why that location? Clearly, that's kind of outside our region.
It
What's
is.
the rationale and the strategy behind it?
It is. As we were looking at building this new facility, by the way, it's our first in 40 years.
Really?
So it's a big deal for our company as well as the industry. We took a long, hard look at what we needed to not only compete today, but what would lead us to maintain our competitiveness for the future in a truly global economy. And so that region in particular really offered unprecedented and uncomparable opportunities for logistics, supply chain efficiencies. A number of our material manufacturers who supply us, our supply chain partners, are co-located very close to our new facility. It's right on the river. We import a lot of materials, and we export a lot of our finished products through that waterway. So it unparalleled transportation efficiencies, and I got to admit, the state of Ohio and that region in particular, they did a lot to attract us in terms of incentives.
They are pretty aggressive with those economic incentives.
Yes, they are.
I know it's something we need to pay attention to here in the Pennsylvania part of our region for sure. So where does Pittsburgh, where does our region, you know, where the headquarters is, where does it kind of fit into your strategy, into the future of HWI?
We are very much committed to the Pittsburgh region. As you mentioned, our headquarters is here, but a lot of our innovation is here, based in Pittsburgh. We have our Advanced Research and Technology Center in West Mifflin, and that group of folks is always collaborating with our field resources to develop new products and technologies for our customers. We've recently launched a rapid technology advancement process to accelerate our product development as we explore open innovation with our supply chain partners. We're also very active with STEM initiatives. The reality is our industry has been around for a long time. We're not going anywhere soon, but we're not the sexiest of industries, so it's difficult and our responsibility to attract the next generation of HarbisonWalker employees and refractory industry employees. So we're partnering with local schools to educate educators about ceramics technology, material sciences, so that we can get folks interested in selling refractories and manufacturing refractories.
Yeah, well, you got to sell them on the launch pad stuff.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Well, that's the cool stuff.
The next moonshot. Right? I guess last quick question. I mean, our region. Think about our history in material science. This is still a really good place to be doing the kind of work.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. There's a high degree of interest, as I mentioned, in us staying in Pittsburgh, fortifying our position in Pittsburgh. We love the talent and
I was thinking the brain power here, doing what you want to do
with the local schools, and the young folks coming out of school are interested and engaged in some of our newer technologies. We're adopting big data as a way to distinguish ourselves from our competition, and we're truly embracing next generation technologies that involve as much an individual's mind over just the labor itself.
Wow. The company's called HWI, the old HarbisonWalker.
Yes.
Carol Jackson, President and CEO. Congratulations. Continued success.
Thank you very much. Great to be here.
Sure. And next up, an upcoming moon landing right here in our region. Please stay with us as we explore Destination Moon.